After every update, there's always a few secrets and myths that we have to bust. So today we're gonna look at the 10 things that you might not know about the last update. Number 1, you apparently cannot open chests anymore in creative. So we're gonna look for the chests in the ammo gallery, and we can actually not open it. Okay, you cannot open it. I don't have the prompt. I cannot see it. It just doesn't work. Oh, you can open it normally. Interesting. Okay, but this one still you cannot open. So if I destroy it, does it open it or does it just disappear? So you technically can open it and get the stuff out of there, but you have to destroy it. That doesn't make too much sense. I don't know if that is a new feature or that is something that prevents like some kind of cheating or exploiting. But apparently you can actually not open chests in creative anymore. Alright, so the next one has something to do with the Octane, and apparently you can change the color if you switch teams. If we go here to team selection and then we switch the teams to, for example, team 2, our map changed gray. Huh. But if we enter this car now, we should have a different color. Oh, I guess that means you could also just do it with the class selector and then change it with that. So technically, yeah, we have different color. Team 3 should be, I think, yellow or something. Yeah. So it is exactly the colors that the teams have. I'm not the biggest fan. It's good that we can change the colors, but I think I would rather have a normal option to change the colors than having it to do with the teams. I think that's good to know that you actually change the colors when you switch teams. We stay on the Octane. The next one is that the Octane can drive up walls, and that should only make sense because in Rocket League, obviously, the cars can do that. So technically, the Octane should also be able to drive overhead. So let's see if we can just like drive up the wall normally. Oh. Should choose something that is actually indestructible, so I think we can just bounce on here and then just drive up here. Like it is in normal Rocket League. Yeah, you can also very easily drive overhead. It's kind of like the Rocket League mechanics, so you should be able to do most of the stuff. Obviously, I think Rocket League mechanics are not the easiest by any means, but if you want to create stuff for Rocket League players that come to Fortnite, I think there's a lot of potential which you can do in Fortnite Creative. Alright, so the next one is for all of you conspiracy theorists out there. There is this new little gallery over here, which was added, kind of random, but we actually know the reason why this was probably added. But a lot of people got excited about this mishpult over here, which as you can see, has some notes on it, which I would say are mainly used for visual programming, so it just makes it a little bit more visual instead of just typing down code. To explain this as simple to someone who has never heard of it before, it's basically like playing Lego with code. The interesting thing is that these are obviously on the mishpult with music, and you don't usually see that too often. It is not completely out of the blue that people use this in music as well. And I don't think that Epic is that type of company that puts in little hints and like things into props into Fortnite Creative. I rather think that this is just a gallery for the event which is coming up in Fortnite Creative, the music one, and I think that's the only reason why this is in the game, and I don't think this has any deeper meaning here. So if I could give my second guessing here, it is just random, but it could also mean a lot. It could be our first Easter egg for Creative 2.0. Where this stuff will be probably a big part of it. So the next one is something that is rather interesting, and I completely forgot about it because obviously I was really hyped about the Octane. But the bouncer, you can actually use that as a prop now. I didn't even realize that the first time. I was like, okay, cool, we got this with the bouncer, and we can customize the bouncer. But you can actually fully rotate the bouncer. You can scale it up. It is kind of cool thing, so I completely overlooked. I think it's a really cool extra that I think a lot of people have actually completely overseen because of obviously all the other cool stuff that we got with this update. Alright, so the next one has something to do with the prop mover, and a lot of people tagged me and said like, hey Richie, there's now the rotation, and people leaked that the rotation is now in the game. The rotation is not in the game for the prop mover. I don't know where you got this from. There's no rotation in the prop mover. I saw some people having rotations, but these settings are mainly made for the beta people. And if other people have them, they are not in the beta group or not in the like special group. They have cheated them or glitched them in. They're not officially in the game. I'm not in the group. I am not in a beta person, and I don't have them. So you will not have them as well, and they're not officially released. It makes obviously hope that they will come soon to us if they're already in the beta group and they're being tested more. But right now, the prop mover does not have any rotation settings. Alright, so the next one has something to do with the key that got added in the update before that. I think with the season start actually. And apparently we can now open locked doors with keys, which I don't think works, and I think people misread what they put there. That's kind of also a little bit of Epic's fault because they put stuff in that was put in before and didn't was put in the patch notes. So they put in the stuff that was in the last update and they put that into this patch notes. So people are getting confused by that. But no, the keys didn't get any crazy updates. It is just the same key. You cannot unlock any doors with it. It doesn't work, like you cannot click on anything. It is still locked, and if you want to unlock doors with keys, you have to use the conditioner button as always, but that isn't anything exclusive to the key. You can basically use any item that can be put in here, and then you can basically unlock the door with the key. Technically, but you can technically do that with any other item that can be put in the conditioner button, so it is not really something that the key is special to opening doors. So with this update, we got the blocking option for the melee designer. So you can actually go in here and change this to block melee, dodge only, and block only. And you have 100% resistance here. So I was wondering what it can actually block. And it turns out it can block any melee weapon, so if you have 100%, it does block literally any melee shot, even from the Infinity Sword and from the other melee devices that are in the game. But it cannot block any bullets. You will get full damage if you block it. It is not like the lightsaber. It does not block any gunshots or any like explosive or stuff like that. It only blocks melee attacks, or only blocks like sword swings or whatever. But however, it blocks 100% of it if you have the option to 100 in here as well. So another thing which a lot of people tag me in is that the normal cars cannot use the rocket boost, which kind of makes sense because it's obviously a different boost. I'm still curious to see if it actually doesn't work. So we can see the boost is filling up. It is not full here, and if we go over it, it doesn't do anything. Maybe we have to boost into it. Nope, it doesn't fill up. I think the reason for that is quite obvious. The rocket boost is obviously something completely different than the boost that the Whiplash is using. The Whiplash is using the fuel as boost, and the Rocket League car is using, I don't know, magic as boost. That was pretty clear from the beginning, but you can still try it out, so maybe we find something new. And last but not least, we come back to the Octane. Rumor says that the Octane only does damage if it's on supersonic speed. So if you're unaware, in Rocket League you can boost cars, and there's different stages to boosting your car. There's the normal boost, and as you can see right now, we are in supersonic speed. That is the fastest the Rocket League car can go, and it will not go faster than that. Obviously, if you start doing anything else, the supersonic boost goes away, and then you basically are back to normal speed. But if you boost supersonic speed, you get the like low tries on the floor, and in Rocket League you can demo other people. This Octane over here in front of me is 1 HP. So if we run into it, we should instantly kill it, because if there's any damage coming out from the Octane, we can do damage. So let's see. No damage. So there was no damage when just normally running into it. Let's run into it with boost. Also no damage whatsoever. Let's try to run into it with supersonic speed. And that killed it. So it actually does work like in Rocket League. Only when you have supersonic speed, you can actually kill someone. Okay, so this car over there is 100 HP. Let's see if we can actually kill it. No, but how much damage did we do? Nothing. So it apparently only works for Rocket League cars. I want to see how much the Octane does with supersonic speed to a full maxed out Octane. So this one is the maximum health you can give to an Octane. And we're still killing it. So if you are on supersonic speed, you basically kill any Octane, but you cannot kill any other car. That is very interesting to know. Okay, I think we learned quite a bit today. I think especially the Octane one was pretty interesting at the end. But with that being said, definitely let me know what your favorite part of the update was. And with that being said, see you guys in the next one. Bye.